We're going to kick off today's episode with a conversation that I had yesterday. A CEO proudly showed me her newly renovated office, and it was completed with a meditation room, a cold brew machine on tap, and yes, they did have a ping pong table. How modernized. Her eyes beamed as she looked at me and said, "We've got a great culture." And meanwhile, as we started our meeting, and I was looking through the different preparation documents I had, turnover was just waiting for me to bring up because their turnover rate was through the roof. Welcome to Legacy Lounge, the podcast where you'll discover how to lead with purpose and build a legacy that matters. So if you're ready to step into your full potential, show up authentically for yourself and others, and create a lasting impact on the world, you're in the right place. Let's begin. I'm Brin'na Rollins-Williams, and today we are talking about what actually creates workplace culture. And spoiler alert, it is not the snack selection. Let's start this with the truth bomb. Culture isn't what you say you value, it's what you actually tolerate. Here's where the real culture assessment comes into play and what it looks like. How decisions get made. What gets rewarded? What gets ignored? Who gets promoted? How do you handle conflict? What happens in a crisis? Let me tell you about a leader that I coached. We'll call her Maya. You know, that's not her real name, but we'll call her Maya. She inherited a team with great culture. Their words, not mine. But underneath that surface, information was being hoarded. Credit was being stolen. Back channels of conversations ruled everything, and trust was absolutely non-existent. So I want to break this down into 5 culture myths for you. Myth number 1, culture is about perks. Reality check, culture's about behaviors. Myth number 2, culture comes from HR. Reality check, culture comes from leadership actions. Myth number 3, good culture means everybody's happy. Reality check, good culture means that everybody is growing. Myth number 4, culture can't be measured. Reality, you're choosing to measure the wrong things. Myth number 5, culture takes years to change. Reality check. Culture changes with every single decision that you make. So here's your culture reality check. What you say versus what you do. Do you say that the values are posted on the wall, or do you lead with integrity through the values that are posted on the wall? The actual decisions of what you say and then what you go do, the reward system of what you say there will be, and then what actually happens, along with the promotion criteria, what you tell somebody versus what actually plays out long term, what you allow with toxic behaviors versus what you choose to address, what you allow with poor performance versus what you choose to address, what you allow with the political dance and the games that can be played versus what you choose to address, along with what you allow in accountability gaps and what you choose to address. The last one is what you measure versus what matters. And what matters is what you measure beyond the engagement scores. What you measure with trust indicators and what matters because of those trust indicators, along with collaboration patterns and how you measure them versus why they matter. So here is your culture building toolkit. Step 1, honest assessment. Ask, what behaviors get rewarded? What messages are we sending? What's the gap between the words and the actions? What are we pretending not to see? Step 2, clear standards. Define non-negotiable behaviors, success metrics, leadership expectations, and communication norms. Step 3, consistent action. And commit to addressing the issues properly, recognizing the right behaviors, and making tough decisions. And most importantly, walk your talk. Don't just talk it. So remember Maya from earlier? Here's what she did. She mapped out the real culture, named the elephants in the room, reset expectations, and showed consistent consequences. She then celebrated progress, and about 6 months later, it was a completely unrecognizable team in all the good ways. And it wasn't because she backfilled all the people and rehired a whole new crew. It's because that she changed what was acceptable. So here's your homework. List 3 behaviors that you are currently tolerating. Identify what message that sends. Define what you'll do differently Monday morning, if not sooner. And sit with this. This concludes the 5-part leadership series. So if you're catching one of those episodes, make sure to go back and listen to them. Catch them all. They're short, sweet, clear, and I hope you find them helpful, because culture isn't something that you have. It is something that you do, and you do it every single day. This is Brin'na Rollins-Williams. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I will catch you on the next episode. That's it for this episode of Legacy Lounge, a podcast dedicated to empowering you to lead with purpose. Remember, leadership begins with you. When you're connected to your values, strengths, and authentic self, you show up powerfully for your team, businesses, and everyone you lead. To authentically lead others, you must first lead yourself. I challenge you to consider, how are you investing in your personal growth to create a legacy that you envision? Thank you for joining me in the Legacy Lounge. If this episode sparked any thoughts or inspired action, I'd love to hear from you. I'm your host, Brin'na Rollins-Williams. Connect with me on LinkedIn or other socials, and let's continue the conversation. Remember, your legacy is built one intentional step at a time.